Explain.
Okay, you see this spacecraft even has an antenna on the top. However, there's another one here right above it of a slightly different model. It's probably a lenticular cloud that's dissolved.
Explains precisely what they are. To my knowledge, in 40 years, there is not a...
Usually when you see lightning, it's either ground to cloud or cloud to cloud lightning. However, there is a phenomenon called ball lightning where it just appears as round lights. It's still an electrical charge. It's creating plasma, but many times it can look more like a spaceship because it has a round ball like this. And so this looks like a series of 4 UFOs flying in formation, but it could just be ball lightning. And so we see things like this in the atmosphere. It's a UFO, an unidentified flying object. This isn't a UFO, even though people will photograph them and say that they are. What are they called? Well, they're clouds. Good. Can we be a little more specific about what type of cloud it would be? It's good you recognize it's a cloud because some people would take a photograph and try to convince people it's not a cloud, it's some extraterrestrial spacecraft from another star system. But no, it's just a cloud. It's called a lenticular cloud because it looks like a lens. As a matter of fact, the first one I showed you is probably the best indicator of the name. See how it looks like a lens shape, lenticular clouds. When you have a mass, an air mass which has clouds in it, and that air mass begins to change its composition, the cloud will dissolve from the outer edges in. And the core of the cloud oftentimes as it's dissolving looks like a lens or like different objects that may resemble a saucer, like a flying saucer. Stuff like this. We looked at these last time. It's obvious that these are clouds, but there are some impressionable people that could actually assume that this was a spacecraft flying by and they took a photograph of it, but they're lying. They know it wasn't. They took the pictures, but they are somewhat interesting looking when you see them. A lot of times the pressure changes above the tops of mountains creates these caps of clouds. It's like a sombrero. That one's pretty cool. But anyway, examples of lenticular clouds. And here you can see that they look like clouds.